If you plan to donate to charities and reduce your taxes, you must look into a donor-advised fund, a DAF. A donor-advised fund allows you to maximize your tax savings and also maximize your gift to the charity. Donor-advised funds have become extremely popular in the last decade. Roughly $1 of every $8 given to charities in the US now goes to a donor-advised fund. They have grown to $140 billion in size. So why are donor-advised funds so popular, and how do they maximize your tax savings and your charitable giving? They do this by giving you a dollar-for-dollar income tax deduction the year you fund the donor-advised fund. You can then invest the donor-advised fund and it grows tax-free over time. You can then donate to charities from there in the future. Now you might be thinking, why not just donate to charities outright? Why go through this process of opening a donor-advised fund first? You can certainly donate to a charity, especially if they're one-off small gifts. But here are 4 reasons why you might consider a donor-advised fund instead. Number 1, a donor-advised fund allows you to contribute more illiquid and complex assets. Most charities are only able to accept cash donations. Some might even be able to accept public company stocks. But most will not be able to accept real estate interests, private company stocks, S-Corp shares, C-Corp shares, etc. With a donor-advised fund, you can contribute these assets, and often it can be highly tax advantageous to contribute these types of illiquid and complex assets. Number 2, flexibility. The flexibility is really at the heart of why a donor-advised fund has become so popular. When planning your gifting strategy, a donor-advised fund allows you to set aside a certain amount of funds for giving and then get immediate tax benefit today for those funds. Then it gives you the time to figure out the causes and charities that you want to donate to and do so over time. What's even better is that while you're identifying the charities to donate to, you can invest the donor-advised fund and keep it growing tax-free. So your charitable gifts can grow over time without you having to donate more money. Number 3, versatility. Expanding on point number 2, the flexible nature of donor-advised fund makes it a versatile tool that can be used as a part of a larger tax planning strategy, such as a Roth conversion or an estate tax planning strategy. It can also be great for timely and time-sensitive tax planning, such as reducing the tax impact of a year where your income might be really high because your business was doing really well, or because of real estate holdings, or because your stock options or restricted stock units got vested. Number 4, record keeping. It can be difficult to keep track of all the charities and tax deductions from all the donations that you do throughout the year. With the donor-advised fund, all the gifts and receipts are kept in one account, making record keeping really easy. Lastly, how do you open a donor-advised fund? The best way to open a donor-advised fund is through your financial advisor who knows your overall financial picture and goals. They might be able to suggest using it as a part of a larger tax planning strategy. They can also advise you on which asset to give, how much, and when for maximum tax savings and also maximum charitable giving.